All right, there we are. We are live. We are live. So I'm going to give folks a few minutes to start coming in, and then I'll start. All right, there we are. I see us over here, and I see us over there. We are good to go. All right, so there's a I. We have one person, which is probably me, that is sharing. So
Okay.
we'll give it, a little bit. Normally, I really get started like about 8:05, just to.
Okay.
So, how was your day? Like, how was is your medical field, right?
Yeah. It's long. I do hospice care. So
Okay.
that's another level of, you know, if I didn't
Hmm.
I think if I wasn't in therapy, I don't think I
Yeah.
could do it. Um yeah.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, that is something else. And I'm actually interested in talking to you. I'll give it a little while after this interview,
Mhm.
because my dad is 81, and he's been in and out of hospital, and
Mhm.
things like that going on right now. We've been trying to work on getting his roof fixed. Of course, all hell breaks out. He's in the hospital. Then the shutters or whatever those come
Okay, yeah, I
down.
did see that. Yeah.
Yeah, so we got all that stuff going on right now.
Yeah, it's a
Once
bit
that calms
much.
down, I think I have some questions about hospice because we don't really
Okay.
know how much it works. I mean, how it works and stuff like
Mhm.
that. So,
Okay.
outside of my mom years ago. So,
Right.
whoever is there, say hello. Okay, I have. All right, hi, sweetie. How are you? Thanks for coming in. Your daughter's here.
My
Deshay, is it
yeah.
Deshay? Am I saying it right?
The Shay, my niece.
Deshay. Okay, and I think
The
I seen your
Shay.
sister
Cameron.
somewhere. Yeah, I seen her. So
My best friend, one of my best friends should be showing up.
should be
Courtney.
showing up. Okay, let
hmm
me make sure. Okay, do you see the comment down there? Do you see your daughter's comment?
No, I don't see no comments.
You don't see any comments. Okay, so they
No,
may. Um.
unless it's delayed or something.
Okay.
I see it. It's real small
Okay.
on my side,
All right. Because
like
you're on
itty bitty.
the phone.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then, yep, your sister. I just did a whole little welcome thing. All right. All right. Okay. So I'll go ahead and I will go ahead and get started. So this is a very, very a special episode, of course. So thank you for trusting me with this space, for you coming on and talking about Miss Sweet Vera. So let me see where should we start here. Um, Let me introduce you. This is Veronica Monk. She is an identical twin sister. She's an identical twin sister. I hope I'm saying this right.
Yes.
To Vera Monk. So let's start out just telling us about yourself and Vera.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm from Charlottesville, Virginia. Um, we are a military family. My dad is a retired Marine, so we moved around a lot. We lived in North Carolina. We lived in Hawaii. We lived all over. Um, I want to say in the early 90s, we moved to Northern Virginia. We grew up on around North Ripley Street and Duke Street. So that's like the west end of Alexandria. Um, we went to Polk, we went to Hammond, Minnie Howard, Knife Range Center. We didn't go to TC. We eventually moved to Fairfax County and went to Edison. And we lived in Rose Hill for a little bit. Um, Eventually we moved down the highway. We've been all over. Forson Road, Meadow
Okay.
Woods area. Then we moved to Sequoia. So we've been pretty much
Yeah.
all over. Yeah.
Your dad was he at Fort Bellevure's base or Quantico or
No, my dad, he was in Okinawa.
oh
He was
okay.
stationed over there, was stationed in Hawaii. Um, North Carolina, a lot of places, but nowhere local.
Oh, okay, okay,
Mhm.
okay. So here you guys are on the highway.
Yes, the highway.
What year did you guys graduate from Edison?
98.
98. Okay, so
Hmm.
you're okay. You're a few years younger than me. I'm 95.
Okay.
So okay, all right, cool, cool. So who else is in your family? You know,
I have a little sister. She's on here, Camera. So it's just the three of us. It's myself, Camera, and Vera. So it's
oh,
just
okay,
us three,
okay. Three girls, three girls.
all girls.
So one thing that I know because I met your mom and we're friends on Facebook and whatnot.
Hmm.
So your mom was a twin,
Yes.
right? Are they identical? They're identical too as
They're
well.
identical twins as well.
Okay.
Yes, my aunt, she lives in Charlottesville. So she's still at home, in the hometown. She comes up here a lot. We do a lot of gatherings as a family, as a unit. So that's pretty much what we do. We're very close. So
Okay.
birthdays, celebrations, just get
Yeah.
togethers, everything. Death
Um,
does that. It brings you
yeah.
closer.
It definitely
Unfortunately.
does.
Yeah.
It definitely does. And so tell me, like, how was it growing up with a twin? And I mean, and Vera, how was that?
Oh, I mean, everything, it was always somebody mixing us up. Um it was fun. Being
Yeah.
a twin is a great experience. Even though she has transitioned, it's still, a beautiful experience. We had so many fun times, just, tricking people, and also we have like twins know about this. You have like a inner type of thing that you do. Like I could look at my sister and we could just start laughing. You have that
Right. Right.
connection,
That connection.
and you
Yeah.
know what each other is saying, what you're thinking and stuff like
Thinking,
that. So
yeah.
yeah.
All the things that we who were not twins, we always worried, wondered about,
Hmm.
or wanted to have too. I mean, did you guys ever like switch classes and all that type of stuff that we see on
Oh
TV?
no,
Or, yeah,
our
you did not.
our dad, he wasn't having that. So
You know what
no.
I'm saying? That.
No.
Oh, but so you guys both have children. Can you tell me about your
Yes.
kids and then tell me also about Vera's?
Okay, well, I have a 27-year-old. She's on here, Talia, my oldest baby. And then I have Mariah. She'll be 12 in July. So
Oh,
yes, you remember Mariah,
yes, of course. Okay.
Miss
About me
Mariah.
being
Yeah,
pregnant.
I know you was gonna
No,
say that.
I was like, honey, no, I'm just fat, but okay.
Yeah.
They're so funny kids. They just say whatever, honey.
Hmm.
It's all
And you
good.
had to remember she was 5 at the time.
Yeah, she was little.
So
Yeah,
they
she was
honest.
small.
They honest at that
They say
age.
whatever.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
my sister's kids, is Deshay, Denise, there's a lot of D's, Deja,
Hmm.
Journey, and Kylie. Those are
Yeah.
all my sisters, her 5 girls. That's what she called them, her 5 girls.
So you both, I mean, it's all girls in the family, like pretty much, no
Yeah,
boys.
it's one.
Oh,
Cameron has a son, Carnell. He's
okay,
my only
okay.
nephew. He's the only boy. The rest
Yeah.
is girls. Yeah, he's
Poor
special.
guy. I'm sure he's very well protected
he
and loved. So,
he is. He's spoiled.
good,
Spoiled
good.
rotten.
Well, hey, all those girls. I mean, that's what's going to happen. You
Yeah.
know. What's a memory that always makes you smile about your sister?
Her smile. When I look in the mirror, I see her.
Yeah,
So my smile, you know.
yeah,
And then she was like, she had a laugh that you can't forget. It makes
right.
you laugh. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I have a
yeah,
cousin like that. She gets started. I'm like, okay, look, I gotta get myself together. You just can't, stop laughing just because of the way her laugh is. So, okay.
yeah.
What makes her special to you? Um, not just as your sister, but as your twin.
Um, it's that our connection still is there. Like even in her transition, I still can feel her. I still can see her. It's really hard to explain. You guys probably would think I'm crazy, but
No.
a twin connection is
Yeah,
very
yeah,
strong.
very strong.
If you ask any twins, they would tell you.
Yeah, I mean, you
So
guys literally started life together.
In the womb, yes.
in the womb. You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
like we don't know all the what went on in there with you guys like growing together and just being same DNA, right? It's exact,
Right.
you know. So that's just a wonderful thing.
It is.
So coming up, you guys, do you feel like you guys shared everything like about relationships, and things like that coming up?
Um, we shared the same room, so we pretty much shared everything. We talked about people, you do things like that as
Right,
siblings.
right,
We share clothes. We did things like that. So everything that you can imagine, having that twin bond, we did.
right, right.
Yeah.
Did you guys include Miss Kamara? I hope I'm
Oh,
saying her name.
camera.
Camera. Sorry, Camera.
Everybody messed her name up. It's okay. But yeah. Uh, Cameron was small. Cameron was she was what, born 92. So she was young. She's There's a 12-year gap.
Okay,
So
oh
she's
wow, 12
still, yeah,
years. Okay,
about
okay.
12
Well
years.
then that
Yeah.
makes sense then. She didn't get
Hmm.
a chance to hang with oh I was in all y'all stuff though. That's what my little sisters did. They stayed in my stuff. I had no uh freedom at all. So
Yeah.
who became a mom first? You or her?
I did. So
You did.
I did want to share this.
Okay.
I remember when I was pregnant with Talia, and I was at, then it was called Potomac Hospital. It's called Centera
Right.
now.
Yes. And we're brave.
And I'm so old. And I remember I was about to have Talia. So I think I was in labor. And Daryl, which is Deshay and Denise's father, and Vera, they came to the room, and they were so happy and jumping
Yeah,
up and
yeah.
stuff. And they was like, well, we're expecting. So they was expecting
All
Deshay.
right.
So Deshay and Talia, they're 9 months apart. So that's a memory that I keep,
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
special.
That is special for
Hmm.
you both twins to be pregnant at the same time, even though there's a little distance there.
Right.
Me and my younger sister, we were pregnant at the same time. She was pregnant
Okay.
first, and so our kids are 6 months apart.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so pain in the butts. So yeah, it's a special thing. She was able to be there for my daughter, and then I was able to be there, for her. So
Hmm.
we're not twins, but it was definitely a special moment. So did the kids ever get you guys, mixed up, or they just?
Well, you know how kids when they're small, they look at you. Like
Mm,
I remember Talia, like if my sister would hold, if Vera would hold her, she'll look at me and look at her. That's kind of like,
right, right.
just
What's
trying to figure
going on?
out. I got the same face, like you know. So
Yeah,
you get like something like that, when they're small. But I think as they got older, they knew who mom was. So.
right, right,
Mhm.
right. So they your kids and her kids all grew up probably like siblings, kind of.
Yes,
I mean, so close.
first cousins.
And you
Yeah.
guys still live close to each other too?
Yeah,
Or
everybody is very close. I mean, driving distance, we're
yeah,
very, very close. I mean, we're a very close family, and I make sure my sister's kids are straight. I make sure
right.
that everybody's good. My oldest daughter, she moved, so she's in another state. She's in Florida
Oh,
now.
okay.
So yeah,
Wow.
she took
Oh,
a big
wow. She
jump.
took a big jump. She did a
Yeah,
bigger jump
she
than
doing her
yeah.
thing. Yeah,
That's
she's
good.
living
That's
her life.
good.
At 27, no responsibility, so why not?
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm
Mhm.
proud of
Live,
her.
live that life. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. So I think your mom has Denise. Seriously, is that mom?
you said is
Denise.
oh
Seriously.
Denise is my niece.
Oh, it's your niece. Okay. Okay.
Is she
Well,
on here?
yeah, she's on
Oh yeah,
here.
she's in
She
Florida
came on.
too. Yeah, that's
Oh,
Vera's
okay. Are
daughter,
they together
Denise.
down
Mhm.
there? Are they close down there to each other?
Um, they're not. Florida. They're a couple hours away. They're
Okay.
not too close, but they're in the same state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey
So you guys
Denise.
are I knew Daryl because and I didn't catch the name until I just said it, Denise
Uh huh.
seriously, Daryl. Um Daryl lives on my street in my neighborhood in Pinewood.
Okay.
So I
Pound
knew Daryl.
Lake.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Pinewood Lake. So I did know Daryl. So Daryl also passed away. I
Yes,
can't
he
remember
did.
year
I think it
Daryl was
was in '07. I believe he
okay.
passed away, if I'm not mistaken. Denise and Deshay, they were young when he passed away.
Okay. And so, all right. So they just had two
You
at the
said,
time. It was two with Daryl.
oh, you
You
mean
said,
kids?
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
You said
Daryl
two.
has more than two kids.
Oh,
So
okay, okay,
yeah, he
okay.
has kids
With
with other
other,
people.
okay.
Hmm.
So, but here's Vera now. She's basically a single mom, because he's
Right,
gone, and
right.
and then of course you and family, you guys step in, of course, and you're there because you were there all the time anyway. So
Hmm.
as her twin and sister and stuff. And so then, so that's '07. And so things shifted a little bit. Things
Right,
shifted. So I'll let you go ahead and talk about that how you want to. Like, I guess her maybe start dating other people and stuff like
right.
that. Will you?
Um, yeah, I think after Daryl had passed, there was some time where she was trying to, you know, figure out where she was going to live because she was moving, so she had to figure
Okay.
out where she was going to move. So it was a lot of ins and outs that she had to take care of. I mean, I don't think Vera started dating. It was probably a while. I think her kids were a
Yeah.
little bit older, but I think because Deja's the middle child. Um, Deja is 17. So when she met Derek, I think um, I want to say that was not long after. I mean, it was some time,
Okay.
but it wasn't long after. Um, and then she had a good relationship with him. Of course, things didn't work out, and then eventually, she did. Over time, she got with this individual,
Right. Right.
and that's when things kind of just,
Right. Just
yeah,
went down.
yeah.
Yeah. So what I guess how did you feel? Like, did you get a first impression when
Oh
as a
yeah,
family member
I can
when you
read
meet
people.
them?
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm into zodiacs. I'm a Virgo, so I can read
Okay.
people. I'm very laid back. I will watch and observe you before I interact with you, just to kind of catch a vibe and see. And this particular person was, you just always felt like something was weird. You know
Right.
how you
Right.
feel like somebody's being
Like
weird.
off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
something just is
Yeah.
not clicking. Something is not right.
Mhm.
But because you love someone, because the love I have for my sister, of course you want to see her happy. You want to,
Right.
you kind of on
Right.
the sideline watching from afar,
Right.
making sure she's good. That's what a sister
Yeah.
does.
We're
Um,
protective.
right.
We're who's the oldest between the two of you guys?
I'm the oldest.
Yeah.
So, I did find myself, you kind of have like you feel responsible
Yes.
almost like because you're older. And then I knew a lot of stuff. So it's like I did hold that, but I released it. So it's no longer
Right.
on my
Right.
shoulders.
Right.
But
No, it's not
yeah.
on you.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so it's like big sis is seeing stuff, and it's so
Hmm.
hard. I mean, like even with me with with my siblings, and then probably even them seeing me with certain people, like, is this a really who you want to mess with, or is this really a good
Right.
choice?
And then you
Um,
don't want to cause a rift
right,
between your siblings. You don't want to do that. You want to hope they make the best judgment. We
right,
all of us we don't do that sometimes. Um, but I think she did it in faith that things would work out, and they
right.
just didn't.
They didn't. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's I get, I'm very, very, um, I'm outspoken.
Hmm.
Online, I'll be going back and forth with people
Right.
all the time. I am
You're an open
definitely,
platform. When you post
yeah,
anything on social media, you open yourself up to a lot of things.
a
You
lot of
know.
things. Yeah,
So
and I'm pro us. I'm pro woman,
hmm.
because sadly I've lost a lot of people, a lot of women since high school to domestic violence, and
Hmm.
it sickens me, and I'm tired of it. And I'm a mom with daughters, and I
Right.
of course you had the conversation with your kids and stuff like that because you don't want things to go a certain way. And I mean, in this climate now, I mean, it was bad back then, but it's like even more now with so much social media
Mm-hmm.
and things, and you get to people say things out loud,
Right.
podcasts. I'm like, so these people, I'm like, who gave them a mic? You know what I mean? I'm like,
Right.
do you hear yourself? You know, you're saying this out loud, and it's like, it's just crazy to me, and it's scary. I'm not gonna say it's
Right.
almost, it is scary.
It
You know,
is.
I've had just situations. I had Rome one time, and we were getting breakfast, and this guy got so upset by the way I parked. And he got in my face. I'm like, look, dude, like my grandkid, my grandson is here. I don't give a ever your grand. And I'm like, okay, I guess he's trying to show off.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't had no, nothing on me,
Right.
and then I gotta worry about my grandson. But it's like there is no cut cards or no fear of how they approach a woman and get in her face. There's
Mm-hmm.
no fear that I can go to jail or what the next step would be. It's like they just have no type of yeah, I guess that's the word. They have no fear,
Mm-hmm.
and they get those type of men. They get a rise out of control and having you afraid, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so now this is a person I met on the street, but then when you are in a relationship with this person
And have kids by them. Like it's
and
a
then
whole
have kids,
dynamic. Yeah. It's a whole dynamic. And I think it's worse when there is an attachment, like when you have kids.
yes,
Um, it's
and
no way to escape. I mean, you really have to have a plan. And I always, say like people should never tell a victim to just leave. You have to have a plan. You have to have a
yes,
support system because your life is at risk.
you have to have
You have
that
to.
support system. You have to
Yeah.
have a plan. I mean, these people, they come into their life, right? And so
Hmm.
now this person knows they know your family. They know
Yeah.
where everybody live at. They know where you go. They know where you work. They know where, every, they're part of your life,
Hmm. They
So
know
it's
your
like you
routines,
really
everything.
have to, they have this fear of if you don't even know what they just said. They probably didn't threaten the family. If you leave me,
Hmm.
I'm gonna go over here, go over there and do this, do that. You got these kids,
Hmm.
I mean, we just recently seen some stuff that just happened a couple of weeks over these last few weeks,
Hmm.
with domestic violence, and so and kids are involved, and it's heartbreaking. And so then even with, the fact that she lost the kid's father already, so her older kids, and so sometimes I think when we start dating, you date and you're like, okay, this person gonna be like a stepdad or whatever if
Hmm.
we go and we take this further. You know what I mean? I
Hmm.
think sometimes not necessarily Vera, but I
Hmm.
think us women sometimes single moms, it's so much pressure to keep the family together. As
Right.
Black women, the image of you're a single mom, and all this other stuff is you're by yourself, and people don't want that type of judgment.
Right.
And then I just want to get back to what you were saying about, what people are saying, saying, why don't you just leave? Why don't you just leave? So you've been doing Vera's voice for a while.
Hmm.
We'll get more into that, but
Hmm.
tell me like, what have you learned? Like, did you feel that you didn't know before?
Um. Well, number one, life is so short. My sister was only 38 when she passed. So, um, life is different. So if you're in the way, you're in the way. I don't have time for you. I lost the biggest part of me.
Yeah,
So, I think I'm quick to tell somebody no, I can't do it. Um, so I think that's the biggest lesson that I've learned is that um, I don't have time. Like if it's not beneficial for me, if it's not peace,
right.
it
Right.
has to
Because
leave.
you experienced one of the worst, you know what I mean? Like
Very
heartbreak.
traumatic. Very
Yeah.
traumatic. I
And
don't
then
even remember the memorial service.
yeah.
I remember going up when Pastor Tony asked me did I have anything to say. I remember going up there and standing at the podium and my best friend was next to me. And every person, I kid you not, every person sitting and standing was a cloud. And I felt like I was looking down. I was in the sky looking down. And I felt
Yeah.
like my sister was there with me.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't see no face, just
Yeah.
clouds.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
I think I was numb and things like that. But I don't remember, I remember you being there. I remember
Right.
certain people
Right.
being there, but it was so traumatic that, and I've learned in therapy that, when it's something that's too much, your brain kind of just, it does this
Right.
thing.
Just everything out.
It kind
Yeah.
of shuts down. Yeah.
Is that grief? I mean, and then being the oldest, and I'm the oldest, like I
Hmm.
said, I know that you stepped in gear to even be there for your mom, you know,
Yes.
and be supportive to her, and then also your other sibling, and then her kids. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
It's
Her,
a village. It takes a village.
yeah,
Like we all do it together. When
yeah,
somebody needs a hair appointment, somebody's taking one of the kids for their hair appointment. When somebody has a doctor's appointment, my mom is taking them to the doctor's appointment. And and the kids, they work together. The shade,
yeah,
she's dropped. Of course, she's 27. So, Deja needs clothes. She's taking her to the
right,
mall. So everybody is working together
working
as we
together.
should. And we have a very great family dynamic, so that works. Yeah.
And I know she knows. She's watching now. You say you feel her, so she knows you guys are going to take care of her babies. And I
Hmm.
know she is proud and her love. The love that doesn't leave.
Hmm.
So she
Right.
might not be here. Like you and I are, but
Hmm.
that you feel her. And I
Yes.
always say, I mean, for me, losing my mom, I was 22, 23 years old, and it's been 25 years, but I
Hmm.
still feel her. I still feel her, and I just feel like it's still a part. I'm a part of her. She's part of me, so she's still
Hmm.
with me. And I mean, I could
Yes.
sometimes just be chilling, and it'll be like a aroma that'll just come through, and I'll smell. I'm
Hmm.
like, mom. And it
Hmm.
was. I think I embarrassed my kids, but oh well. Anything like I was in the. I had taken my daughter for school shopping. My youngest
Hmm.
daughter school shopping, and I'm just in my phone while the child try to pick out her shoes that she wanted at the shoe store. So I ain't paying no attention. I'm just waiting on her to be like these, and whatever we get the shoes.
Hmm.
And so this little girl comes up to me. I want to say she was 9, and she said, "Can I hug you? You look like you need a hug." And I'm like, literally, I'm fine. Like, but she want. I'm not gonna tell no little kid no. You know,
Hmm.
and she hugged me. I felt my mother.
Oh.
So what people who in my family, and then like me and my mom, we used to work together at the patent and trademark office. I came there right out of high school. She was there out of high school, and she ended up retiring her, before she passed away. So
Hmm.
they nicknamed her the hug lady. Even though her obituary, it said the hug lady. And
Hmm.
so here this little 9-year-old girl is giving me this hug. I don't know her. She's a stranger, and I felt my mother and her
Hmm.
hug. And I just felt like I said, I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't, anything. And I was like, Mom, you know what I mean? Like I was just like, Mom. And I just, so when you say you still feel her and all this
Hmm.
type of stuff, like it don't sound crazy to me. Because some other people might say, that sounds crazy. Why would I be your mom? But we don't know how things work. We don't know
Right.
all.
Right.
And I think that might have even been a time that I might have been even going through something, but this little girl like, you need a hug. And so the tears just started coming down. I was like, oh my God, y'all, I'm sorry. And my daughter's like, what's wrong with you? Why are you crying? And I was just like, oh my God. And so the mom came over and she got her. She said, I'm so sorry. She said,
Hmm.
my daughter hugged another lady and she did the same thing. So, she cried and she just couldn't. I was just like, she has some
She
type
has a
of
gift. She has a
spiritual
gift. Yeah.
gift or attachment
Hmm.
because she
Hmm.
said the lady said the same thing. That hug made her feel like it was somebody she lost that gave her a hug. And I was just
Hmm.
like, wow. So don't ever feel like somebody gonna take you. You know what I mean? You
Hmm.
you guys are
They got
twins.
an. I'm a Looney Tune, but no.
Yeah, you're not a Looney Tune, honey. You're far
Mhm.
from. And so you guys have the children. The oldest was how old when your Okay.
Deshay is 20. Deshay was 21.
21. So then she has
Deshay
these
had,
younger siblings. Yeah.
yeah. I remember Vera did attend Deshay's graduation, so she was able to attend
Okay.
hers.
That's
She
good.
wasn't here for Denise's.
Yeah.
And then Deja will be graduating next year.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Time. Yeah. And this was
Yeah.
in, I want to make sure I get the year right, 2019.
19, yes.
Yeah. It was before the other crap got started. COVID started
Mm-hmm.
kicking in, stuff like that. So, even during COVID, I mean, you guys, how did you guys work that out? Because I mean, you guys are still allowed and still being around each other and stuff like that. You were able to, because I know you're
Yeah,
in the
we.
medical field. So,
Oh yeah, because I caught COVID in January
oh,
2020. I was sick, um, and of course I stayed away from the family. But
yeah,
yeah, we still. I mean, we still was all together doing what we had to do. Like there was no separation. There's never no separation. Like this is
right,
what we're called to do. Um, this was a promise that my mother made to my sister. So this was something automatically, like growing up, like this is what we do. Like I was
right.
always taught you help the other one, you help your
Yeah,
siblings.
yeah,
Like that's
yeah.
what we do.
Natural,
Even with Camera, like me and Camera, we're very close now. Like Camera,
right?
she's the Vera's the middle, and then there's Camera. So I think Camera and Vera were a little bit more closer.
Yeah.
I was probably more the more stern,
The
but
older girl,
now
you're the
me and
oldest. Yeah.
Camera, we hang out, we go out, we do our thing. We're close. Um, so yeah.
I see it. I enjoy watching your videos and stuff you share with the babies' birthdays and
Mm-hmm.
all of that, watching them grow and
Yeah.
you stepping in, making sure your sister's kids are good. And I
Yeah.
mean that's a blessing. And I
We
know it
we
has
all
to be
do.
some type of comfort, even this you having her face.
Oh yeah,
Um
that's another
you
thing. Like, and I have to keep it together because they depend on me. They look at me. They see Vera. They hear Vera. Like me and Vera sound just alike.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know, we have the same mannerisms. So I gotta do what I gotta do for me to be around for them and for my kids.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah.
So if you want to share the story and then go into
Mhm.
how it became Vera's Voice, how because we're in a Facebook group called Vera's Voice, but I know it's bigger than that. So just if you
Mhm.
want to share how we got here,
Okay. I'm not gonna share everything.
you share whatever you were comfortable with.
Um, but I want to say 2000. Yeah, 2019. My sister went to South Carolina to go to a wedding. With this individual. Um, there, Vera's two youngest kids, and then Vera's middle child. I won't say her name, but she's still on
Yeah,
mine too.
yeah,
But I believe my sister never attended a wedding. Never went.
yeah,
Didn't happen. Um, so on the way back, this was probably like 9 at night. And if you know anything about the country, South Carolina, North Carolina, the roads are dark.
yeah.
Um, so there was an altercation inside the vehicle, and we only know this because of one of her children.
Uh-huh.
So my sister, it's crazy because I have a recording. My sister recorded, she records everything. She recorded
Hmm.
everything. She kept a paper trail. She would always send me screenshots. She would send me
Yeah.
video, I mean, everything. But um, she wanted to get out of the vehicle. Like she had enough. She wanted to get out. She had gathered her children. The other child was on the side of the road, and she was trying to flee from this individual.
Yeah.
And of course, this individual was running, and there was a car that came and hit
Because
everyone.
it's night and they didn't see
Yeah,
him. Yeah. Yeah.
hit everyone. So my sister had the most severe injury out of everyone. And then her two youngest kids, everybody was in ICU.
Right.
And this individual wakes up the next day.
Mm.
I don't understand it. I don't understand people that cause things.
Why they get more time?
Why they still here? Why do they
Why they
make
still
it?
here? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's something that I had to go back and forth with myself, like, why?
Why?
And I know that's not for me to question because that's God's will, but it's like, but I'm thankful, and I believe my
Yeah,
sister's spirit is what saved her other two children.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. Because she, I mean, I know she wouldn't have definitely wanted it to be, them. She, her babies being saved,
exactly.
and it was probably her, in that moment, probably protecting them, her, putting herself in the way more of
Hmm.
it, and
Hmm.
getting the brunt of it than her kids. But
Right.
I totally understand, it's not the same, thing as having someone basically tragically taken from you. But I also, losing my mom at such a young age and my sisters were young, I can relate because my mom was a person who, like Vera, well loved, a great mom. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? She would
Hmm.
do anything for you. You know what I mean? She was just that
Right.
sweet person. And so I was angry with God for a long time, honey. Okay. I mean, it
Hmm.
was a beef because I'm like, hold on here. Why does this person, that person that I keep seeing who's
Hmm.
on drugs, who's abusive, who's this, why do they continue to be here? Like,
Right.
what gives them, you know, the opportunity to get more time to just like hurt other people?
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Where
Right.
my mom or these other people, the good people, they could like, I just feel like it shouldn't have been time. And then, it's like that God takes the best first. He just and I'm like, why I wasn't ready for you? I
Yeah.
needed the best still. I
Yeah.
needed my mom. And whatnot. But it's like we can't. But we're human. At the same time, we're human. So they say you can't put a question mark where God has put a period. But we're
Hmm.
human, so we don't
Right.
understand.
No.
And so now you guys I guess get a call and stuff and you guys have to
Hmm.
go and y'all had to go to South Carolina, go down there
Yes.
and deal with that.
It was late at night. I remember my mom calling me, and she was like that Vera was in a car accident. We didn't know nothing other
Right.
than car accident. When you think in car accident, you thinking you inside the vehicle.
Yeah, the car. Yeah.
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 So I went to pick my mom up. We drove to South Carolina all through the night, and we got there to meet a social worker at the hospital.
Okay.
And once we found her, we sat down, and she was like, it doesn't look good. It looks, it's really
Right.
bad. And
Right.
I remember my mom just, she went that way and just broke down.
Yeah.
And I went, like, my ears closed in, and
Mhm.
she's asking me
That's
all
a
these
shock.
questions.
Yeah, yeah. You don't even see it. You don't even
I
hear
can't,
yeah.
yeah, nothing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know,
Right.
and I remember this lady walking, and she came and she gave my mom a hug,
Yeah.
and she just held her.
Yeah.
So
I mean, she definitely needed that. Was she a
yeah.
worker or she was just somebody that was
I
there?
don't know who she was. I don't know if she worked at the hospital, but
She seen your
she
mom
just
needed
held
that
her.
hug.
Yeah,
And
she held her.
God bless people like that too. That step in and try to comfort somebody in their most horrible moment. So
Hmm.
and then everyone gets released, and then you guys just have to you don't have to get into all of that, but you guys
Right,
had to now get the kids situated,
right.
whatnot.
Um, yeah, I kind of gotta skip a little bit over that, but
I mean, home
um,
wise, like the house,
what you say?
um, like the house, like the living
Oh,
situation,
so my
like
sister was in the
apartment
process of
and stuff.
moving. My
Oh,
sister was in
okay,
the process of moving. My dad actually moved all of her stuff
okay.
into her house, and she was supposed to come back home and be in her house,
The new
and
house, okay,
yeah,
okay.
and that didn't happen. But trying to think. Um, yeah, I gotta
I
fast
know the
forward a little
part.
bit past
Yeah,
that. Yeah, I
yeah,
can't.
yeah, yeah.
But eventually, I want to say maybe 2 years later, this individual went and took someone's life.
So got more time to take pretty much
And
another life in another way.
right. And I want to back up just a little bit.
Mhm.
Like between going to court trying to um get this person held accountable. I remember a lawyer telling me, "Oh, he's definitely responsible, but there's a gray area." And the
Yeah.
thing about it is, in South Carolina, being that my niece was a certain age,
Hmm.
they said that it could have been something she saw or fabricated and all of this stuff. So
Yeah. Twisting her.
laws, I mean, the system has they failed my family.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, it took, unfortunately, someone else losing their life to have this
For them to
person
be like, oh,
put away.
he was this, what they were
Yeah,
saying.
after all this time,
All
yeah,
of that. Yeah.
yeah.
You know.
Unfortunately, it cost somebody else their life, and they are it's put away. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so I know, I mean, because I know the story, we're not going to discuss
Hmm.
it
Right.
or whatever. I do feel um, that the system failed, you guys. I know other families, like personally, that the law failed. We continue to see over and over again the law failing to protect the victims.
Right.
I know there was a case. There's been several cases, but
Hmm.
there's the protection order, or what does that do? It's a piece of paper. You know what I mean? Stuff that's happened like coming right out of court,
Hmm.
and you know what I mean. These people are narcissists. They're abusive, and I feel like the law needs to change from South Carolina. Like, I mean, like, I just feel like women, like, we don't have the protection that we need, because if you just did this and they know you did this and then you're locked up, why are you getting out? Why are
Hmm.
you immediately getting out within 24 hours, and they say, hey, you stay away from her, don't go back over there?
Right.
And then what do? They know where you work, they know. And I get so frustrated because there are people in comments and stuff saying, why didn't they just leave? Why
Hmm.
didn't they do that? Because this is why, when they decide
Yep.
to leave and they don't
Then
want
this
to,
is what happens. Yeah.
this is what happens.
Yes.
This is the fear that they have,
Right.
or the dude, I don't even know, I don't know if he was, I can't remember where he was with the 8 children. Like, what
Oh
in the
yeah,
world?
I did hear about that.
You
It's in my
know?
kitty. This is Talia's cat. She done left her.
Oh, said, look, it's just us. I want to be on camera. I had
Yeah.
another guest. It was her dog kept coming up.
Oh really?
Not giving me attention. So let me find out what's going on. I want to be seen too. So, but now, so like you guys, you just at some point you were like, okay, I'm going to do Vera's voice. So tell me about
Hmm.
Vera's voice.
Um, with Vera's voice, I felt like I needed to say something. I felt like my sister is deserving. Her life was deserving of, her life was not in vain. Like, and I felt like all the information she would send, I felt like that was confirmation enough. And I needed to share that with people that are living in secrecy. There are um, someone right now that's going through that, that's
Right.
being assaulted right now, this very moment. It's too common. It's something that we should be outraged about. But I feel like when it happens, then it's kind of right back under the rug. It's
Yeah.
makes people uncomfortable. People shy away from being,
Yeah.
things like that. And it's a conversation that should be had.
And people
So
are afraid to get involved,
right.
or they turn a blind eye because they're uncomfortable. But you could
Hmm.
be saving, someone's life.
Yes.
Um, I had lost a friend, Tracy. I want to say Tracy was 99, I think it was. And her husband, her ex, she was trying to leave him, left him alone, and he basically used the kid. oh, because a lot of times, even when women are in the process of leaving and moving on,
Mm-hmm.
but they have a kid. They're like, well, I can't keep the kid away from the dad,
Mm-hmm.
or it makes me look bitter, or it makes me look like I'm just angry over, the breakup, right? Because I always hear people say, oh, child support ain't just because you break up, or this person is took the. And I'm like, you don't know what was going on behind closed doors for people to actually get up and make that move.
Mm-hmm.
So with Tracy, and her kid was 3 years old at the time, and he used some excuse about the baby having like a stomach virus. Baby was sick, and he needed help. He didn't know what to do. So of course, as a mother,
As a mother, what you do is you
you
there for
drop
your kids.
everything and you
Exactly.
go over there. And she gets there, and the kid ain't even there. Kid was at his parents' house, and so now he has her alone. And he basically takes her life in a way. And the neighbors said, "Oh, we heard yelling, but people don't want to get involved. Oh, we heard them fighting, so we've heard them fight before. Okay, like I keep telling people, call anyway, call anyway. And I know the domestic violence cases are is even dangerous for the cops. But call anyway. If you hear something, call anyway. You can call anonymously. You don't have to see because it may
Mm-hmm.
save someone's life. And
Right.
Sally for Tracy, um, she laid there. He left and went to his parents' house and confessed there. And she was just there, and it just heartbreaking. And then she was gone. But maybe if somebody would have called, we could have had a different outcome,
Right.
and whatnot. So it's just so exhausting. But I what I do like being in Vera's voice is the people that come in to support you. You guys sharing with the kids and us getting to see the kids, progressing and stuff, which we know is hard. Anybody who's
Yes.
lost, that way, you know that it's hard. But I see a lot of people coming in, sharing their stories, opening
Mm-hmm.
up, and
Mm-hmm.
it being a safe space. And I think that's really great that you are your sister's voice, and you are, I guess, her keeper and her kids' keeper.
Yes. I
And,
am. I
you know,
am.
so
Yeah.
you are definitely a very, very, very special person,
Thank
and
you.
twin sister, you are doing a job well done. And I know it's
Thank
not a
you.
job, but you know what I mean.
Yes.
You stepped
Yes.
right up to the plate like she knew you would. And so
Yes.
you're there as a auntie and probably slash mama, because
Mm-hmm.
the kids were still young and they look to you. And I'm telling you, I know it's a comfort that you look like her
Yes.
and that she has your smile.
Yes.
So are there any like events or anything that you may want to get into that you go to or want to get into or do anything with Vera's voice, like how?
Um, I do eventually, of course. It will always be a part of me. But right now, because sometimes I have to disconnect from social media. So
Yeah,
you may see me posting and then you
mhm.
don't see me at all. And that's
I
because
always see your weather posts. I'm like, God, this girl always talking about the weather
oh,
when
the
it's
snow.
cold. Yeah,
The
you want the
snow.
snow. Yeah, you bring on you and Vera both be like, oh yeah. And I'm like, what's wrong with y'all? I
Yeah.
always see those posts come up. But no, I
Mhm.
definitely understand that you have to get off.
Yeah, I have to, I always say, like, you're not responsible for what happened to you, but you are responsible for your healing. So
Yeah,
that's something that I have to do.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, I can't walk around and be mad at the world.
Right.
I got kids, family. I can't do that to me
And she
either.
wouldn't want
So
that for you. She wouldn't want
no,
that for you.
no,
Because she wants you to be okay. You have, life still to live too, and you deserve
yes,
happiness.
I
And
do.
I know you make those kids happy. I know you making your mama and your sister and
Hmm.
and
Yeah,
everybody to still have you, and then you still have that connection with your sister. So
yes.
no more pain. For her, she's not.
Yes, I know she's safe. I mean,
Yeah,
I remember when she had transitioned, I was like, she's free. She doesn't
yeah,
have to go through this craziness, like, and I often dream of her. Like she's smiling, she's
yeah,
happy. Probably the biggest smile I've ever seen, like
yeah,
I
yeah,
know she's at peace. So
yeah.
that brings me peace. So
she's reassuring you that she's good.
yes.
I lost a cousin one time. People, I like I said, I when you tell me this stuff, I'm here with you. I understand because I've had that too, and you can't
Hmm.
tell me that it ain't really them coming and to give
Hmm.
some comfort and say, hey, I'm okay. One of my cousins had passed away. Well, he was his life was taken, and it
Hmm.
just of course was heartbreaking and stuff. And I had a dream of him, and it was like he was standing there, and it was like a I don't know if it's like called telepathic. He's not talking with his mouth.
Okay.
Like we're just looking at each other. And then this song girl, we from the church, we all because in my family we all used to go to the same church, and so
Hmm.
they used to always sing the same song. And so right when I'm looking at him, it's like he's looking, and he has kind of like a smile. It ain't a big cheesy smile, but it's like a smile, and I can hear the song "It Is Well with My Soul." And
Okay.
it's like it is well with my soul, it is well with my soul. And then I was like, he's good. You know what I mean? He's
Hmm.
at peace. God got him. So, it changes everything, and just having that comfort there. So, um, are you guys still um adding new members to Vera's Voice?
Um,
Like, what is the
I
setup for the Facebook group?
I I have one of my best friends. My sister. I have some of my first cousins that are also admins. I have to screen the page. Like,
Yeah,
unfortunately, I have to do that. But there are people that post things in there. And I want it to be a safe space. I don't want just anybody coming
right,
in
right,
or somebody pretending to be somebody. You got somebody on a fake page and all that.
right,
So
right.
it's
That
very
nonsense. Yeah,
right now I haven't accepted anyone. There are people that are waiting to get in, but I no, not right now. So in
yeah.
the future, as I feel comfortable, I
Right,
will do that.
right. Okay, okay. I mean,
Hmm.
that's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Courtney Davis says she's very proud of you, Bestie.
Oh, thank you, Courtney.
And then I'm girl, my eyes. Denise said, "I miss y'all."
Oh,
And
we
then
miss you, Denise. We love you.
so I love how close you guys are, and that you guys are taking care of each other. So you definitely
Yes.
have a testimony. I think just the fact that you guys are twins, and you still have that connection, and you can share, hey, look, we're twins, because people always wonder about twins and their connection, and it's a
Mm-hmm.
comfort to know even beyond that you guys are still this close.
Hmm. Yeah, the loyalty will never is always there.
Yeah,
Like, there's nothing you can say about my sister, and I'm not going to defend her. And
yeah, of course.
like
I
it's
mean,
just
first of all, who's
that's
trying to
just.
say something though? Who's
Oh
trying to say
no, I'm
something?
just
Oh,
saying,
okay,
like,
okay,
loyalty.
we can talk
I'm just saying, like, the
again.
loyalty is always will
Yeah,
remain. Like, we locked in forever.
yeah,
So yeah.
always, always. Well, I just want to thank you again for coming on here, and being open, because I know it's not easy. I
Hmm.
know it's not easy to talk about, some of this, but I
Right.
just want to say I am also proud of you because I see you,
Thank you.
and I know that, those kids and your mom definitely, because I met everybody in person at the service.
Hmm.
So, how important that you are, and your strength that you carry them through, and yourself. I like the fact that you aren't above going to get therapy. Some
Hmm.
people, they try to just push through, and there's nothing wrong with getting extra help.
Right.
Because grief is like the hardest thing. I don't,
Oh,
and
tell me about it. Yeah.
I see like some people sometimes they be so cold and they're so ignorant when it comes to domestic violence, and people lose it. It's another half of you or your family just
Hmm.
gone. That's major. And I
Right.
think some of those people, if they've never lost anybody, they don't understand it, and it's like one of the worst pains to go
Hmm.
through.
And I
And
would hope that nobody ever have to experience, like, even my
yeah,
worst enemy, I wouldn't even want nobody to have to experience this type of
experience
this
that.
level, this magnitude of no.
So if there was something that um, a woman that's going through this type of abuse and domestic
Mhm.
violence, do you have any um, I won't say advice, but things
Mhm.
that you might want to tell them, like to say, to do?
I would first, well, this is what my sister did. So this is what I would would say is find someone that you trust. Of course, she, told her immediate family.
Right.
Um, she had I don't want to say her name, but she had a neighbor and a friend that she confided in. A cousin of ours, first cousin. She had a best friend. There were people that she told. So I would say tell somebody that you trust, that's close to you. Um, get that support. Have a plan mapped out.
Yes.
Know that you're not alone. Um, there's a lot of people out here that unfortunately there are cases that we hear, but there's so many cases that we don't hear.
Yes.
And find that support system. Um, that's what I would say.
They definitely have. I had my best friend and my sister actually worked for a shelter called, I think it was called Shelter House,
Okay.
that help women, and it help them relocate,
Mm-hmm.
help them get their lives started, over again and things like that. I would
Mm-hmm.
definitely tell anybody that comes across here. Again, I'm not a professional. I
Right.
just sadly have lost a lot of people to domestic violence. Is don't tell them. Don't tell them that you're leaving.
Yeah, and the shelters are really good. They're you don't know they're a shelter. That's one
Mhm.
thing, which is great.
Mhm.
Um, they in regular neighborhoods. You don't even know it's a
Yeah.
shelter. And just they will help you. They will help you with whatever you need. Like you say, relocating. And that's what always, me and actually another friend. I'm not gonna say her name, but
Yeah.
a good friend of Vera's as well. Prior to this, we was talking about getting, relocating her, just getting her out. But
Right.
Vera was the type where she wanted to try to fix it. She was
Yeah.
trying to the family. She was trying to,
Yeah.
and I think that's what happened. And then it just got worse. But just know that it's not going to get better. You
Yeah.
have to, uh, if you have children, you don't want to leave your children behind. You don't want
Yeah.
to leave your family behind. To
Right.
to you just don't. You
Because it
have
could
to.
always seem small, or you think that this
Yeah.
is something, it ain't that bad, but it's at a
It
point that
affects it affects a lot of people. Yeah.
yeah, the kids are being affected, and because I'm sure they're seeing it, and
Mhm.
whatnot too,
Yeah.
and then it
Yeah.
traumatizes the kids, and stuff, and then it's um, like I said, I think it's a lot. It's too much pressure on women to try to be the ones to fix it. Why
I
do we
agree.
always have to be the ones to try to fix it and make sure
Mhm.
things work, and then trying to tell some people or something, "Well, what did you do to make them so mad?" Or like trying to teach you how to handle things and not let them get so mad. No, it's not that. This person is this way, and they need to get away from them, because you don't know ultimately what can happen. And
Right.
I feel like if you doing this, you can definitely take it to the next level and take
Mm-hmm.
me out of here.
Right.
And so it's just, I hate that there are so many women um that become victims to this. And I think now, I want to say African American women, they were like this, it's happening every 4 hours. Every 4 hours. And this is outrageous. This is outrageous
It
that this
is.
is happening. But on the happier, I guess, note, and I know you probably talk to Vera all the time in your own way. On here, what
Mm-hmm.
is something, if you don't mind sharing, that you would like to say to your sister?
That I would like to say to my sister. Well, me and my sister always we talked like when I used to work in DC. I would call my sister. We would talk on the ride, in traffic. I talk to
Yeah.
my sister. So that was something that we always do. So in the mornings, what I do is I put on music that she loved. We have the same taste in music, so it wasn't too far off. But um, I still do a lot of things that she did. I eat things that she loved.
Okay.
I sometimes wear her clothing, stuff like that. So I still carry her with me.
Right,
So
right.
that's something that she knows that I do. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep saying her name,
Yeah, yeah.
keep helping people, and the messages that people send me privately in Vera's
Right.
voice. Hearing that her story has helped them get out of
Yeah,
their situation, like
absolutely.
stuff like that. That's
Yeah,
very that makes you feel good. So I want to keep
Absolutely.
doing that.
I love the pictures that you send. I try to use them all
Uh,
in my promos. I was like, look at them. And I feel like I remember um you guys have, I'm like, who's who in this picture? You guys, one of y'all was like, I don't know. I gotta ask my
oh
mom.
yeah, I gotta ask mama. I gotta ask my mom. Yeah, cause
Like, I don't know which
yeah,
one is me. I'm like, look at me. You don't know which one is you now. It's one of
yeah,
us. So
right.
I remember going to Tiara's house, and
Mm-hmm.
Tiara did Skylar's hair, and
Mm-hmm.
apparently she did Vera's kids' hair
Mm-hmm.
too.
The
And
Shandanese. Mm-hmm.
I got there and I was
Baby.
like, Veronica. She was like, I'm Vera. I
Oh.
was like, oh, like, and so the smile you're talking about, I know smile. I'm Vera. And it was kind of like a side thing. Like,
Yeah.
everybody keep getting us confused. I'm like, honey, I'm sorry. I said, listen, I grew up with these twins. Their name is, one is Margaret and one is Michelle. And guess what I
uh,
say when I see them? Hey, twin.
right.
Or I'll say, hi, Margaret Michelle, because I know I'm going to get somebody right, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And they're like, hey, girl, I'm such and such and such and such. And I'm like, oh. And then I'll see you the next time and still don't know. So
Mm-hmm.
it would have, definitely, it was, that's how it is with twins. But thank you for coming. Thank you for
Of
being Vera's
course, of
voice.
course.
Thank you for being that great sister, the great auntie, and the great daughter. Continue to, pray for you guys. I love seeing the
Thank
pictures
you.
of the kids and stuff like that too. So good job, auntie.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks to everyone that came on. They've been over here commenting and listening. Thanks, guys, for coming in. I know you guys are also Vera's voice. I love the fact that you guys are so close and that you guys, I know you are supporting Veronica because she needs support too. That was her twin. That's her half. So
Mm-hmm.
God bless you guys. So hopefully you can come back and we can talk about something else, that's fun. But I
Okay.
definitely felt like we needed to give tribute to Vera's voice and to you guys. So thanks for
Absolutely.
coming.
Thank you for having me.
All right, honey. You have a good night, okay?
All right, you too. Thanks,
Get that cat some
everyone.
love. Get that cat some love. He waiting for you to get off this phone.
Oh, it's a she.
Oh,
You said
she.
he
Oh,
is a she. Yeah.
she's like, it's my turn to get some rubs
Right.
in.
I gotta find
So,
her.
all right, sweetie. You have a good
All right.
one.
All right, you
All right.
too. All right.
Bye.
Bye.